How the philosophy of Stoicism provides timeless wisdom on how to live a virtuous, meaningful life. By cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control, Stoics train themselves to face life's challenges and remain level-headed. However, many of us engage in habits that go against Stoic teachings. Now the question arises how to eradicate those habits from your life. There's a lot of talk in the online Stoic community about how we should act and what habits we should have to be better and lead a virtuous life. However, little is mentioned about the habits we already have that are entirely negative for our life. Epictetus once said, "There are two vices far darker and more serious than the rest: lack of persistence and lack of self-control. Persist and resist." He knew that the key to living correctly is to persist and resist. Persisting means continually striving and acting correctly, even when we don't feel like it. It's about developing new ways of acting that make us better. Building good habits isn't easy. That's why we must be persistent. The other key is to resist. Resistance means avoiding temptations and bad habits that destroy us. We must master our mind to avoid everything that doesn't benefit us. Because of how Stoicism survives to us, mostly in the form of scraps and fragments and letters, we don't exactly have a list of do's and don'ts. But in those scraps and fragments, we do get plenty. We know what Seneca tried to do every night as he closed the day. We know that what Marcus tried to think about in the morning. We know what Epictetus and Musonius Rufus said we ought to avoid doing. It's that latter category that's worth thinking about today. On this channel, there are several videos discussing good Stoic habits, but I haven't yet covered things we should avoid. Here, today, we are going to discuss those habits we have to eliminate from our life. Let's have a look on them. If you are enjoying the content on my channel, I'd be thrilled if you could show some love by liking and subscribing. Let's start with the topic. Now is the perfect time to start removing from your life all that makes you worse. Avoid negative emotions that distract you or end everything that prevents you from reaching your goals. Don't put on airs about your self-improvement. Epictetus. In this video, I will talk about 7 habits that we all have in our daily lives that we should avoid if we want to live fully and happily. Number 1, dwelling on past mistakes. Don't dwell on what went wrong. Learn from your mistakes, but don't let them define you. Instead of beating yourself up over them, just focus on learning from them and use those experiences to grow. Don't torture yourself with guilt and regret. Learn from your mistakes and find ways to grow from them. Number 2, reacting impulsively. Stop emotionally clinging to things. The Stoics believed that we need to learn to let go, not only physically, but also emotionally. If you've made a mistake in your life, don't torture yourself with it. Learn not to repeat it. Guilt and regret don't help you. Take a deep breath, pause and respond thoughtfully instead. Don't turn a blind eye. In Stoicism, one of the most important virtues is justice. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Cicero spoke a lot about this virtue in their works. Being just means acting correctly towards others. Number 3, seeking external validation. Find validation within yourself and prioritize your own values. Stop procrastinating. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You could do something good today, yet you choose to do it tomorrow." We prefer to say, "I'll do it tomorrow," rather than "I'll never do it." Even though many times when we postpone something, it's to never do it. And don't settle for mediocrity. Seek excellence every time you do something in your life. Ask yourself, did I give my best? Number 4, constantly seeking pleasure. Stop seeking benefit or recognition in everything you do. Seneca once said, "Don't avoid difficulty. If you've done something good, helped someone, or succeeded at something, stop seeking approval or recognition from others. Embrace the discomfort too and find joy in simple things." Number 5, being overly attached to outcomes. Don't fear change. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "The fate of everything is to change, transform, perish, so that new things can arise." Don't let anxiety dominate you. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Today I escaped from anxiety, or rather I discarded it, because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. Number 6, overthinking. Let go of excessive rumination and embrace the present moment. Shift your mind to gratitude and take responsibility. Stop being a slave. Seneca wrote, "Show me someone who isn't a slave." One person is a slave to lust, another to greed, another to ambition, and all are slaves to hope and fear. Number 7, complaining and blaming. Seneca once said, "We complain that our days are few, but we act as if they were infinite." Seneca reflected a lot on the duration of life and concluded that many of us don't live, we merely exist. We waste our time doing things that give us nothing and postpone what we have to do out of laziness. We act as if we'll live forever and don't realize that time is the most valuable thing we have. Nothing guarantees that you will be alive tomorrow or that you will be able to do what you want. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you could stop living right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Seneca stated, "Reason commands what is best. The emotions know only what is immediate." When a strong negative emotion arises, take a few deep breaths, walk away from the situation if necessary, and give yourself time and space. Once some initial intensity has passed, you can respond more constructively, true to your values. What habits did the Stoics say we ought to cease? What vices should we avoid? Here are few. Don't speak more than you listen, Zeno. Don't tie your identity to the clothes you wear, things you own, Cato. Don't conceal what you truly believe, Arrius Didymus. Don't go along just to get along, Agrippinus. Don't overindulge in eating or drinking, Musonius. Don't be all about business, Marcus. Don't put off to tomorrow what can be finished today, Seneca. Don't shun people you disagree with, Seneca. Don't sleep the day away, Marcus. Don't neglect your friendships, Seneca. Don't waste time thinking you are going to live forever, all. We could list more, but really the most important thing to the Stoics, as far as forming good habits and kicking bad ones, was awareness. Musonius Rufus believed that in too many circumstances, we do not deal with our affairs in accordance with correct assumptions, but rather we follow thoughtless habit. And Marcus said we should learn to ask of all actions, why are they doing that, starting with your own. It's time to take action. Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-improvement? Do you have any habits in your life that you want to eliminate? Start by identifying which of these habits resonate with you the most and make a commitment to eliminate them from your life. Change takes a time and effort, but the results are worth it. I hope this video helps you get rid of daily habits that don't do us any good. Eliminating these habits and incorporating new ones, like the ones I explain on this channel, is the way to lead a peaceful, happy life with purpose. Hope you will like the video. Your support means a lot, and it helps me continue creating more interesting and engaging content for you. Thanks a million. We'll back with some more interesting videos.